Welcome back, everyone, to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages Linked Heroes game. Last episode, we cleared out a bunch of map spaces in the Western Mountains here in the past, and I said that I would farm the Piece of Heart from Maple, so I ended up doing that. I also ended up getting all the rings appraised. No new rings, of course. There is one new ring that we can get, that we're going to get the secret to get in this episode, but we won't actually get that ring. We have to take that secret over to Holodrum. So, just like last episode, I uncovered a lot of map spaces. I'll be uncovering a lot of map squares in this one as well. Mainly just in this sea area here, now that I have the mermaid suit and can swim. So, our objective was that we have to find the next essence of time, and it's in a fish somewhere. If we look on our map, well, pretty much the only place we haven't really been is the lower left portion of the map. And we're going to find out that is the location of the Zora village. So, apparently there's two species of Zoras. There's the Zoras who live in the rivers. They're the ones who attack us, and then there's going to be some friendly sea Zoras. And they're the ones who are going to help us get the next essence of time. Of course, before they help us, we will have to help them. And Data has a lot of stuff he has to do. He has to help both in the past and the present. So he'll actually start off right now helping in the past. And this is why it's important. I mentioned in several other episodes that before you go to the Zora King in the past here, make sure that you have a magic potion. We're going to find out that the King Zora is sick, and unfortunately there's no one around to make him medicine. But there's syrup in the present, and she's able to make the medicine that will heal him up. So in a non-linked game, we're going to get to the Sea of Storms later on after Dungeon 7. And the entrance is in the past. To the right there's a Zora guarding. One of the changes in the linked game is the entrance will now be in the present. I'll actually be able to uncover the one screen that you are not able to reach in an unlinked game. So we just saw there real quick. When you walk back to the present, the island moved over to the west. And we're going to learn a little bit more about that when we start checking out some of these. There's a house here. But basically, when we run into a dead end in either the past or the present, we're going to be forced to transfer to the other time era to make our way around. Because we're going to learn that, you know, the islands have shifted over time. So there's the library. That's going to be somewhere we're going to have to visit a little bit later. You may have noticed, if you saw the non-linked game, or if you had a quick eye right there, there's no key hole to open that library. There's a boat floating there. Some little group of pirates. Let's swim around a little bit, clearing out the map. And here's where this person will let us know about the shifting islands. My family's been fishing this island since my grandpa's day. The island is drifting to the west. So long ago, it was further east. We'll see that if we go back into the past. The island will shift over to the right. And this will allow us to access water that we couldn't access before. So, yep, see? The island shifted over to the right, so we can end up by warping, end up in water. We'll have to do that several times to end up getting to the Zora village. I began my life as a fisherman on this island, but now the island drifts toward the horizon. In my grandson's day, this island will be further west. And we saw that because the portal right there is was on the land in the present, but now it's off in the water. So underneath the island, there's a treasure chest there. We can't reach it though because we need the long switch hook, which will be the item that we'll get in the next dungeon. The level 2 switch hook. You see the switch hook that we have right there has L1 on it. So we're gonna have to get the longer version of it. And like I said, that'll be the dungeon item in the next dungeon, which is unique. It's a fish's belly. This sign, despite it being 400 years old, hasn't rotted under the water. Some good wood. Switch my items here. Swimming with the mermaid suit, you can only use this item in the A slot. Here we're gonna have to use our time traveling again to move the islands around. So now this island will be basically off the screen. Okay, over to the right. Now let's just swim over to the left. And a few more times, and that'll get us, like I said, over to the Zora village. Zora village, I mean the Zoras, they live under the water. So there will be exploring it under the water, but there are stuff that we have to explore above the water as well. So we saw a switch hook block on the screen below. We got to shift this island over to the west so that we can access that switch hook block here in the present. And now, like I said, it'll take us right to the Zora village. Now, swimming right now is kind of annoying because you see those little circles. Sometimes they're pink, sometimes they're blue, depending on the air that you're in. That's basically like considered like poison water. If you touch them, you take damage. We're gonna have to cleanse the sea eventually. So once the sea is cleansed, it'll be really easy to navigate the sea. But before we cleanse the sea, though, we're going to have to heal the king in the past. So we end up in the present here, get to go to their village first, and we're going to find out that they have no king because the king got sick in the past. And we're going to learn the importance of that king, why we need him to be alive in the present. Is there anyone who can entrust the Zora's symbol of heroism to? The symbol is the Zora scale, a powerful sea charm. We will end up getting that scale, obviously, Data being the hero, but it's not really important. It will basically allow us to enter the Sea of Storms, but its main purpose is, like I said, get us into the Sea of Storms, and then we basically instantly trade it away for another item to get to Dungeon 8. Good thing about the Zora village in both the past and the present is there's a large library east of King Zora's palace. There is a tree, a gale seed tree, so we'll be able to warp here in both the past and the present very easily. So here's a really big fish. We're going to learn his name is Jabu Jabu, although I shouldn't call him a fish. Jabu Jabu resides beyond here. He's said to be quite a maze inside his belly. Because Data is going to make the mistake of calling Jabu Jabu a fish, and apparently he's like their sacred mascot. King Zora's palace is beyond here, and apparently calling him a fish is an insult. Eyeglass Isle Library. So here is King Zora's palace, but there's no King Zora. There's some rubies, though. We'll need those rubies. We still have to buy... This is the palace of our ruler, King Zora. Long ago, the king fell ill. Ever since, we've continued on with no king. That was the king looked after. The key to Eyeglass Island Library. It's been lost. we're still gonna need some rubies because we have to buy that one ring yet from the shop in Labrina City. And then we're gonna have to buy another potion because we're gonna use our potion that we currently have in our inventory to heal King Zora in the past. So both of those items are gonna run 300. Both of them are 300 rupees, so for a total of 600 rupees. So I'll start to gather. So here's the Eyeglass Isle Library, but there's not, like I said earlier, there's no keyhole to enter it. There's an island that we can't get into in the present. The switch hook block is too far away. So let's surface and finish off some stuff we need to do on the surface here. There's a treasure chest up here. We'll grab it. It contains a ring. And over to the left, there's going to be a diver, and he's going to give us the secret, the diver secret. And this diver secret, when we use it, will actually get us another ring, but we gotta do a little mini game first over in Holodrome. So this cave, there's a ring in it, but it's underneath one of those blue statues, and we can't lift those blue statues yet. They're too heavy. Say, are you a pupil of the Master Diver in Holodrome's Sunken City? I have a secret I'd like you to tell to your master. Will you do it? Absolutely. Don't mix it up. Okay, we got the secret. I wrote it down in my notes. And we'll go give that to the Master Diver in a future episode. And he basically gives us a little challenge. He basically tells us to swim through this maze, and you have to swim through the maze in 30 seconds, and if you do, he rewards you with a ring, the swimmer's ring, which lets you swim faster. And that is one of the 2 remaining rings that we need to get. The other one being the level 3 armor ring, which we would get from the Hero's Cave, the linked Hero's Cave in Oracle of Ages here. We can't complete that cave though until after we get the long switch hook. So I don't know when I'll do that cave, either before Dungeon 8 or maybe just after it. We'll see how I'm feeling. Right now I'm feeling like planting a Gasha seed. A Gasha soil there. Let's just explore the surface here. There's less to explore really in the past. Got the warp points for both past and present now, and them Gale Seeds. So just filling out our map, and then we'll go under the sea. And talk with the Zoras there. King Zora's Palace, Jabu Jabu's Shrine. King Zora's Palace is beyond here. Take care not to be rude. Jabu Jabu, we're going to learn, is really, really old. The seas are filthy. Cough, cough. I can't swim in peace. There's Jabu Jabu, is a little fishy. He's over 400 years old. He grew very big in that time. Wonder what he eats. There's a large library east of King Zora's Palace. The Eyegrass Library. Most whales, they, even though they're really big, they eat plankton, which is really small. We don't get many mermaid visitors here. This is Zora Village. So their throats are actually kind of small. It's funny, they like the blue whale is the biggest whale, biggest mammal on the planet. And like I say, a grown man could swim through its aorta, but like you couldn't go down its throat because it's just real small. They only eat that little tiny plankton. Must eat tons of them a day to maintain all that weight. Blue whale's an interesting little thing. Kind of scary though. They're gentle, of course, but just something that big. I don't think its noble sea zoras is the same as those savage, vulgar river zoras. I guess Jabu Jabu though must eat something else because he has a big belly and we can swim right into it. So that means he has a large throat that you can swim right down it, the data can swim right down it. That stairway leads to the throne room. The king is ill. If you must see him, make it brief. Our ruler, King Zora, suddenly fell ill. We've done all that we can, but his condition does not change. King Zora has no successor. If his illness continues and he passes on, we Zoras will lose our last king. Maybe we can go to a democracy then, or we see that that doesn't happen. We believe we need a special medicine called a magic potion to cure King Zora's illness. Where can we find a magician to create such a potion? In the future, or in this case, Data's present. King Zora's face looks so pained, doesn't it? I don't know, let's see. The pain. This is the end for me. To think the prosperous royal family could fade in a generation. The pain. Let's give it a magic potion. Is this magic potion? It looks very suspect. But if I'm to die, it can't hurt to drink it. Glug, glug, glug. Ew, it's awful. But it flows through me. The royal line is saved. Who are you? Well, thank you, Dia. The filthy water that flowed in from the east lately must have made me ill. I will never forget you. What do you wish for, Data? Huh? A big fish? You mean Jabu Jabu? But Jabu Jabu is the guardian of his zoras. Calling him a fish is an insult. Watch your language. Filthy waters were flowing in from the east lately. That's what made me ill. Anyway, I'll never forget your deeds. Well, we know that the Zora King, from the present, that he was responsible for the key to Eyeglass Island Library. So we're going to have to work to the present, talk with the King Zora now, who's alive in the present because we just saved him here, and he will have the key to the Eyeglass Island Library. We'll have to come back to the past and then use that key to get to the library. And we need to go to the library to try to find a way to basically purify the water. Once you purify the water, then King Zora will allow us to enter Jabu Jabu to go looking for that essence. But before we do that, not enough time to do all that, so we're just gonna take off let's do some odds and ends here. I'm going to go by that last ring in the shop. Worked in the wrong place, so it'll take a little bit longer to get there where I need to. There we go. Don't have to switch harps anymore. Switch songs on the harps, I mean. Let's go buy out this shop here. And this will be ring number 16. We had 14 rings that I got appraised. We just got another one earlier in the episode. 16. I'm gonna have to do a lot of off screening to get the 100 rings appraised. But we already got in the linked game. We already got that ring, the 100th ring appraised, so we don't need to do it again. But so I'm going to head back to the present, and I'm going to get another potion from Maple. Not that I really use potions all that much. I don't think I use a potion in any other games. Especially now with so many heart containers, probably pretty useless. But just for safety, with all these hearts that we have, and we also have the access to the blue ring, which doubles our defense. It's going to be pretty hard to take that much damage. Especially in ages here where the game is more about puzzles than combat. So I just need a few more rupees. I have that gold joy ring equipped that doubles all the rupees that I get, or anything that I pick up, so I was able to get the last rupees I needed to buy the potion. And while I'm here, I'm going to show something off. In the past, besides the sea, the only other area that we haven't visited is where the graveyard would be. But there's like a magic barrier blocking us from going to the graveyard in the past. And I'll show that right here. If we try to use the Harbor of Ages to warp back, we're going to be sent back into the present. There's some magic field here that's preventing us from warping. Warp here. Instantly sent back. You were sent back by a strange force. So this is why we need the Zora scale. We're going to have to eventually, that'll eventually trade to an item that'll allow us to penetrate that magic field. But that'll be in several episodes later. Take care, have a good one. I'll see you in the next episode where we go to Eyeglass Isle. Take care. Bye.